This is Jose with JL Martinez Plumbing. We're at 3016 East Division. We are approximately 75 feet to the connection of the city sewer. Basically in the street in the front. Looks like it's going right through the bike lane. So we're gonna start pulling out right now. As we're pulling out, it's making a turn, and we first see an offset. Again, that's in the street, probably right underneath, again, the bike lane. To dig that up, you need to pull permits, do traffic control, metal plates, excavate down, make the repair, and then from there, backfill, do a compaction test that's 90 or 95% compacted, and then have asphalt poured back. It's a huge endeavor. It's a huge job. Other option would be just to make a 2-foot patch repair right here to where it's non-invasive. We don't need to jackhammer, we don't need to dig, excavate, do all that stuff that I just mentioned, and it can be done in a reasonable amount of time. So this is still the lateral to the home from the connection out in the street. We are an SDR 35. This material is sewer rated. It's a bit thinner than regular ABS. Due to this allows for deflection with the weight of traffic, whereas ABS or Schedule 40 PVC would crack under the stress. And by making a liner repair in that area, it would prevent it from separating it even further. So as you can see, the pipe in front is lifted up. So it's a location for paper and other stuff to clog. So this should be addressed. As we pull out, there is a clean out, as you can see, top right. I would say around the 10 or 11 o'clock, there's an opening. It looks like there might be a property clean out within a foot or so from the fence line. Ideally, you would want to have this exposed so if any services are needed towards the street, it's accessible. Right now, it looks like it may be buried and possibly in the grass. As you pull out, this is where the cast iron ends for the lateral from the home, and you can see a good significant difference. It looks like the PVC pipe is a lot lower, cast iron is a bit higher, and it could be due to just the amount of heavy buildup that's in the pipe. My recommendation on this would be to descale the cast iron and get it open to its original size or close to it, at least 95% if we can. And then once we do that, we can also align this section to prevent the end of the pipe on the cast iron from crumbling or cracking, and it prevents more of a separation from happening between the plastic and the metal pipe. As we pull out, a lot more cast iron, a lot of buildup on the bottom. we're gonna recommend some cleanouts be installed in the yard for access to clean everything really good. And also, if there's ever a future stoppage, then at that point, what would end up happening is you can open up the cleanouts and the water goes onto the grass versus flooding out the home. You just don't want it going into the street. You can see lots of heavy buildup on the bottom. That's just a layer of cake, fats, waste that's just on the bottom of the pipe. Again, by descaling, removing all that stuff, it'll flow better and you'll have less issues. As you can see, there's stuff that's, let's say the toilet paper or something that's in there, and it got caught on all that heavy buildup. This is the problem, that if you don't descale and get all that sludge and gunk off of there, you'll more than likely have more stoppages. There's another turn right here. So this is a combi. So it's basically making a 90-degree turn from the main. And this connection isn't too bad, just needs to be descaled. I don't think you need to line this one. Again, you can see a valley in the middle. This right here is where the water has been flowing and all the solids and debris have been on the sides. Basically, the water cut a channel through all that buildup. And you'll be amazed at how much open the pipe is once it's been descaled. We're at the transition between cast iron and ABS plastic. We're roughly 8 feet from the bottom of the vent. And there's all the cast iron flakes, all that scale that's just in there. All that needs to be flushed out. We're coming up the vent right now. Hey Fernando, can you go inside and run the tub over here? The tub. Run the water over here. The tub. Bathtub. Yeah. We're gonna run some water and get some of this stuff off the cable so I don't drop anything around the house. We're just cleaning the lens and the cable right now is all we're doing. up on the roof, I'm gonna show something. So, a couple reasons why we're up on the roof is, one, we could just not open up this clean out. That was really hard to open up. And it felt like the head was gonna break off. So we just stopped. So that head right there, that sewer clean out, we were unable to get out. The squares felt like it was gonna strip or break off. So we didn't want to damage that since we didn't get authorization to remove that plug. And my concern is they had that plug tightened all the way inside. We backed it up a couple of threads and now it's pretty much flush. But that plug does need to be replaced. Next item to show. Other reason is because we wanted to video the sewer line from the very back. That's fine. So the next thing is, since we couldn't open up the cleanout plug, next step is, this is the biggest vent of the home. This is 3 inch. This is where everything is literally ventilating for the main sewer. It's 3 inches in diameter. So imagine a 3 inch spherical ball. Over here you have what it looks like to be 1.5 inches. 1, 2, 3, another 1.5 inches, that white one. So 2 black 1.5 inches, a small 1.5 inch one also, an 1.5 inches, and the one that we ran the camera down is 2 inch. So this is your main sewer vent. And as we go down from the 3 inch vent, you find that they reduced it down from 3 to possibly 1.5 inches. So it looks like they did some remodel in here. I'm not really sure what they did or how they connected this, but my recommendation would be to open this area up, unless there's pictures that can document what happened, and just see how they made the repair. Because my concern almost is there's a gap to the left hand side of the screen, a black area, and I don't know if that's sealed 110%. And if it's sealed, what did they use? Did they use a donut ring for the toilets between the tank and the bowl? Did they use a compression gasket? Either way, I can't get in here. So, curious to see what they did. Otherwise, this is why. Other reason we came up here was to utilize this back vent to video the whole thing, and we cannot video the whole thing. We could only video through the 2 inch vent on the side of the home due to this reason. Otherwise, this is Jose with JL Martinez Plumbing, and let me show you around. Here's the top of the patio. That's where we were. That small vent over there by the ridge, hard to see right now. Backyard, the vents, the peak. And this is Jose with JL Martinez Plumbing. And thank you for having us out here.